I need this crank, that's all I need, so I gotta be easy on it. Actually gotta go pee. Damn it! Hey, what's up? My name is Wes. Welcome back to the channel. Today we got a couple of 3 horsepower engines that I'm going to try to make 2 out of 1 here. So I'll take you down, I'll show what's up, show you why I need to make 2 out of 1. So let's get into it. Alright, here we are. This engine here, 79cc Predator, 3 horsepower, 3.5 or whatever it is. And this is one I got from my friend. And they're very, very similar. I think they are identical clones of whatever this is a clone of. I couldn't figure out what they're clones of. But I can show you real quickly a couple of reasons. First of all, this motor, which is the good one, has a tapered shaft that's been modified already. And this Predator, of course, has the regular can't even talk, regular straight shaft. And another thing real quick here, this engine, look out. Tell me if you see what's missing here. I'll give you a second. Okay, right here used to be a coil, you know, that mounts on here. Something got inside the flywheel and sheared these off, and it took the coil and it just ground it up, and you can see the damage, you know, and the cobwebs and stuff. The engine's got compression. It should, you know, it would still run. You know, if I had a TIG welder or some way to weld aluminum, I'd probably just weld that back on there. But my friend had this engine, which has some differences. This one has this little thing here. This one looks like it was cut off or something from the factory. I don't know. But it's complete and it runs. Another difference, this one must have been a smog engine. Has this smog thing going over to the exhaust. But I think they're similar enough where I can take the crankshaft out of this engine and put it in this engine and make one good running engine. So I think I'm going to start by taking the Predator engine apart. So let's do that. Alright, first off, I'm going to take a 17mm, take this flywheel off. Man, you can see here the magnet got ripped completely off. Crazy. So let's just see how stuck it is. I need this crank. That's all I need, so I got to be easy on it. Let's get the pry bar behind it. Yes. Need a better purchase here. Oh no, it's off. There it is. Ooh, nice shot. I'm gonna let that drain a bit, and then take the cover off. I really hope I can save one of these gaskets. Go a little bit longer. This gasket's appears to be trying to cooperate. Right. Woohoo! Gasket intact. Nice. Now I don't know what the torque spec is to this rod, but I'm just going to do, I don't know, 12 or 15 pounds. Yeah, right there. Little compression release. Little compression release. Can you see that? Make sure that's moving. And these appear to be 10 millimeter. It doesn't feel any tighter than a Predator. I hope I have enough room for my torque wrench. Woohoo! Let's take a look. Perfect. It's too bad. This engine was in really good shape. Let's push the rod up out of the way. Maybe it'll be enough out of the way. There we go. And then do a little tuggy tug. You gonna let me do this without taking the head off? I've never torn this engine apart, so this is all first time. Yeah, I think I have to take the head off. Hold on. Okay, and this looks like 1/2 inch or 13 mil. So let's get that out. Just zip this off real quick. Nope, those are not 1/2 inch. What are they, 12s? 12. Yep, it's 12. Should have known. Let's get this guy out of the way too. All the head bolts are the same size. Booyah. Those are kind of staying there. We'll just leave them. I'm really curious of, because this one is 79 cc's and this other one is, what does it say, 98 cc's? There it comes. The arrow points towards the pushrod cavity. Look at that. What a tiny little thing. The rings look brand new. Crazy. God, it's too bad this engine broke. Let the lifters fall on the bottom and then we'll pull the crank out. And there's our little prize. Looks like it's in excellent condition, which is good. Okay, I got this thing loosely put back together, and depending how good this one comes apart, I might use this side cover because the gasket came off nice. But now we're just gonna do the same thing to this one. Okay, step inside and do this guy. Let's first take this freaking exhaust off. What the heck? EGR. That's weird. Seems like it just pumps exhaust into the fan shroud. I don't understand that at all. That ain't going back on. This one's cool. Yeah. That's a different size. Is it different here? No, just a different size. Bolt. Oh, crap. I think this one, that one's junk. Rusty, but it's good. You separate like this. Okay. I'll bring this into the other side. Still can't hold out. Thanks, you gotta go pee. You guys came off this one? Yes, that's on the tight. Wait a minute. Let's just throw this. Yes, that was there. Okay, also I'm gonna take the coil off this one. This is ultimately gonna be the block I use, I believe. Well, I have to do when the coil stand also broken off. Okay, let's take the head off. We're done peeing. Let's all plug back in. I think I'm going to use the governor off of this engine. It's a lot simpler. Okay, now these were what? 12s? These ends actually look smaller. I think these are 10s. Well, these different size, yeah. They're 10s. Do a little love tap. Make sure out of the way. Yeah. The governor spring was even hooked to the shroud. This thing is... I'm not using that one. Yeah, I'd say the piston is definitely bigger. A little bit. It's not much cleaner. Alright, let's take these side cover bolts off. Oh, this gasket's behaving also. Not the crank though. Let go. You snarius. Yes, I'm beating on the crank, but this one's junk. What is the dealio? There's a super rough grit. That's what we need. Okay, can I have it now? Give it to me. Give it. Come on. Yeah, I know. I don't know what's going on here either. It just doesn't want to go. This thing's tapered. You think it would just slip off as it got narrower. Brutal. Oh, the bearing. Looks good. Looks all right. You want to look inside? I don't think the oil's been changed on this one very often. It's like brown. KC. If you guys have any information on what this is a clone of, I couldn't find any. I mean, I only looked for like 15 minutes or so, but I thought it was a Honda clone, but they seem to make overhead valve, so then I was thinking it was a Subaru clone. And Subaru also makes overhead valve in this size, so I don't know what exactly this is a clone of. Well, first check I want to do, let's see if my crank fits in here. Oh yeah, that's it. Okay. It is the same engine, they're different. I think this was on a, I don't know, pump of some sort, or a generator, or I'm not sure. It had a tapered shaft. Pressure washer. I did have it running yesterday. They don't seem to be torqued very much. I think I could just torque it by hand. I think that's what I'm going to do. Use my highly calibrated finger muscles. Pop the dipper off. Push this piston up out of the way. Is this one going to let me do it? I doubt it. They're the same motor. Let's just push it up anyways. Besides me getting it all dirty, this is a pretty low hours motor. Look how tall the rings are, still pretty big. They're not all worn out looking. That's good. I have to say, I think the Harbor Freight crank seems like it's made a little better. This one seems like it has a little heavier duty sprockets. Do I clean this thing out? Yeah. Let's try not to hit the bearings. I just want to rinse this funk out. Find something to scrub at it with. Or a chemical brush. What is that? There's like some kind of slimy stuff in there that's not, probably water, right? Yeah. Yeah, I thought this was a Honda motor. I don't think it is. What is that? Can you see that? It looks like, I don't know, it's almost like water. Let me get some rags and I'll towel it out. Yeah, it's a little better. Still got some schmutz in there, but at least I got the majority of it out. Is this enough of chaos for you? I'm going to pour a little oil in here on the bearing and right on my bench. Of course, I hit the frickin' perfect hole. There we go. Give this thing a wipe down. Doesn't need to be perfectly clean. Like I said, it's a mini bike motor. Okay. Well, now that the crank is in, the next thing I believe I would do if I was me is put this piston back in. And it's relatively clean. Put some oil on these rings. Arrow pointing down. And I had a thing here. See, it fit the other piston, but it doesn't fit this one. It's definitely got a bigger piston. So what I will do, I'm going to combine two hose clamps. This is my ring compressor. It just doesn't quite, yeah, it doesn't, I don't even need that much of one. Yeah, this is something you can do if you need to. Oop. Come on now. You need to make a hose clamp a little bigger. Just combine the two. Okay, so I got these two hose clamps here. Just two Ugga-Duggas. Yeah, make sure it's captured all the rings. Wooden handle. Oh, I missed one. I'm gonna break this thing. It's not a perfect solution. Cut. Should I cut all this out? Oh, I don't think so. I had to work that last one in with a screwdriver, but most of the time it works. Everything seems fine. All right, well, let's put this... Can you see what I'm doing here? I'm going to put this dipper back on. Rod cap dipper. You know, I really don't think... I have a torque wrench, but I don't think it's going to fit in here, so... We're just going to go by hand. I've torqued enough small engine rod caps to know what it feels like, so... Should be fine. Comment down below if you think I'm a hack and I should do that. Click. Click. About 12 or 15 foot-pounds. That seems fine. If it explodes later, then you can be like, I told you so. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Next up, suppose I put the lifters in already. Man, this shmoo that keeps coming on this thing. It has water in it. And I don't like that. Oops. Off by one. There we go. It's pretty well assembled, huh? Sorry, you should be looking at it, not me. Just pour some lube in here. Mold 1 full synthetic. This was not intended for this, but I didn't intend on doing this video today, so just waste the Mobil 1. At least get it into the catch jug. Alright. Now that seems to be done. Let's put the side cover on. Wait, let's see. Make sure it has its little... Yeah, it does. There's one dowel pin I noticed. Little baby taps. Now we'll put the 6 case screws in, I think they're called. I don't know what the internet likes to call them. We'll just cruise over one more time. And torqued perfectly to spec. God, look how dirty this thing is out here. Disgusting. Okay, let's put this Put this head back on. I don't know if I explained it well enough before. Sometimes you can just pop the valves, the rocker arms. Just kind of push on the spring with your finger, and then you don't have to mess with the lash. But I'm pretty sure I know I did because I loosened them. But I tried to do that on the other engine, and there's not enough room in here to do this. I've done it on Predator engines, which have a stiffer spring. There's 2 dowel pins. Make sure those are there. I'm just reusing this head gasket. If there's a problem later, I'll fix it. You know, 2 Ugga-Duggas, is that the proper torque spec? I'll just clean these just because. Come on now. Okay. Now, I'm going to have to set these valves, so let me get a feeler's gauge, and we'll make sure I'm at top dead center here. Intake. Am I on the right way? Which way does this thing turn? Like this. It turns clockwise. Exhaust. I think that's it right there. I don't know if you can make that out. 4 thousandths. $14 and a 10 again. Yeah, you see what I did there? Something I learned from Musty. Sometimes you can just turn the whole assembly to get your lash you want. You know. So once you get it's too tight, you just back the whole thing off, and then you'll get your lash. Good old Musty one. It feels like 3. It's just a little bit more. Well, it's too loose. There it is. Check them again. It's a little too tight still. Oh, come on. There we go. We'll run it around once and then check it again, and then roundy round. Now they're both loose again. Four thousandths. There we go. Alright, I'm just going to put it back together real quick, and then we're going to try to start this thing. Where's the valve cover at? Alright, we'll install the woodruff key. Yeah. And the flywheel. This thing should just slip on. Oh, I get it. It just doesn't go down as far. Okay. Oh, I keep comparing these things to Predators. I don't think I should. They're definitely their own little entity. There we go. Now let's put the coil on. And then we need a business card. Here's a business card that I just happen to have. Don't mind that noise. That's normal. Wait a minute. There's some kind of goofy plastic thing that goes on here. Hold on a second. Oh, it's held on by the starter cup. Let's take this back off and put the starter cup on. Okay. I'm going to use the Predator side cover just because I like it better. I'm going to change out this governor arm because this one is whack. Seems like, well, the important one. Look how messed up this is. What the heck? Who has been in here? The bottom. Let's just see what happened there. Now I have the, I don't want to use this arm because it's too short. Nope, they're identical. Ow! You're trying to hurt me. Okay. This thing is assembled. Now this thing had this goofy line on here, which I think we can use for testing purposes only. Alright. I hope this works. Otherwise this will be a lot of time wasted. So I'm going to top it off with oil, and then I'm going to try to start it. Okay. And this is to see if these are the exactly same engine. Everything kind of bolted together okay. I found a factory muffler and put that on there so it isn't like ear-piercingly loud. It's a little clunky sounding, I gotta admit. It sounds a little clacky. Gas down the sleeve, that's wonderful. It sounds a little clacky. So this may be a fail, but you know, either way, I'm gonna post this, so. Nope. How can I? No, fuck it. On. Alright, here we go. See, it sounds a little clacky. Gonna choke on maybe. A little rattly. I think it's all right. I think my valve last might be a little wrong. I never checked. Maybe it's supposed to be 3. I don't know. There we go. Oh, something in there clacking off to check it out, but there it is, guys. 2 from 1. You guys know I had to check. There's no play in the rod end. I think I need to adjust the governor, because there's no play in that at all. I think it's the governor. Yeah, that's it. Alright guys, that's it for this week. I don't know how long this video is going to be. It might be one of my longer videos. We'll see how I end up editing it. But I guess that's it. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. You guys take it easy.